Nice. So now we're moving around. You can't really see because there's no there's no scenery, but like these guys are trying to catch up to us. Bonk. Chat. We already have a game. I already have auto aim. It even looks like a laser. Bzz, pew pew pew. Okay, so let's make these bullets shoot fast, right? So it's like boom. To be 0. Oh my goodness, chat. We actually did it already. Holy cow. We pretty much have the whole game loop. Look at this. Sorry. Alright. Your bank account ready. When's the DLC coming out? Every single bullet is 1 penny. No, I usually code at a smaller font size when I'm not streaming. Every bullet is 1 penny. If you want to beat the game, more pennies. Think about it. I actually can't believe that this is working. I mean, is this not so cool? It's actually cool. Project University Haskell, the Lambda cost prove something that I can't remember. Nice. Not premium enough. 1 cent per 5 minutes if you don't shoot any bullets. True. True. We do have to charge people who aren't shooting bullets and who are just avoiding. So we could spawn in random mobs too now. Probably mobs should also be a ref list so we don't have to keep on... Well, no, we probably want to use an array, right? Like, OCaml array. I want a mutable array probably for this, right? Like, does array have filter? And it does it in place? Because that's basically what we want, right? Like map in place, that would be good. We probably want like filter in place. Is that a thing as well? Like array, that gives you a new array. Oops. Is that even possible to do such a thing? Because you can do map in place. Like, that makes sense. We can call this on itself, and it would map it to itself. That part's good. What other in place do we have? Reverse in place. That's cool. Cap the mob count array sounds like a good idea. Right. That's not a bad idea as well. I'm just trying to think, like, okay, so... Oh, an array of mob options. Like, mod was defined as value as opposed to value. I wonder how much that affects performance. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I think programming something up is a pretty good idea. What? Dingus, hey! 16 months of subbing. Thanks, Dingus. Yeah, I wonder what that looks like. But could you even filter in place without killing the starting data? Well, I was thinking, like... You could... I guess... You could, I think maybe the options one is good. array of actors, but then also on a grid in the level and use round on the projectile to see what grid square they're in and if an actor is in there, right? So you can do a bunch of cheats to do like quadrant checking and stuff like that, right? I know a few tricks that you can do, and some of them from like doing other stuff to check if they're colliding and not actually do n squared checks, right? You can check if they're like each in a quadrant and things like that, right? And I mean, I guess maybe I imagine we'll have to write some of that stuff to make this go zoom zoom. Pro gaming. Well, that's what we're doing right now. So I'm just trying to quad tree. Cool stuff, but you said start dumb. True, I know. I'm not going to do that right now. I was just trying to think like for managing a list of mobs, right? For managing a list of mobs, what we probably want to do, like, do we want to use an array? I feel like arrays are just so much better for this kind of problem. Right? And, you would, could you share an image? Sure. Does OCaml have pattern matching? Yeah, of course. We haven't had to use it a lot yet, but we will be using it a lot as we get a little bit further on for some of these things. But you can see some right here. We've done some pattern matching. Nothing exciting so far. Like later, we definitely will have the state. Where do I have like type state? Type state. Yeah, right here. Like I would say you want to make state machines as different... oh, what would you call it? Variants is what I mean to say. So we should have some stuff that's encoded in the variants. We'll do different stuff. Are we in the menu? Or we're going to render a menu stuff different. I don't know. Do you put that all in one state? I don't know. I've never written a game before. But a bunch of things about variants and pattern matching seem like a really exciting way to do it. Core kernel has a bag structure with filter in place. Even better than an array because you don't care about the order. Oh! Bag. Is core bigger than base? Oh, core is even bigger. Oh, okay. So if we search for bag, as they say. Okay, that could be interesting. I like pattern matching. I use it quite a bit in OCaml. And I think we're going to use it quite a bit more as we get a little bit further in some of these things. But this works pretty good so far. I still can't believe that this is actually like working. So funny, dude. I cannot believe that we killed those. You have to use pattern no one around it. That's really funny. Yeah, see you, WC. Thanks for hanging. Okay. I'm trying to think just a little bit first about some of what we want to do, what we'd want to do next. We could just try using core kernel, right? So we could install core kernel, right? This one is safe to use on system independent, right? So that's what we would want. We would only want this basically, right? Oh, I actually don't care about this. OCaml install core kernel. That's not how you spell kernel. Okay. All right, because then we can go to bin dune, and instead of base, we can use core. There's probably core kernel. And then we can try, like, I'm interested to just try some of these other guys just to see what some of it does. Okay. Okay, so we still just say core, and these all should work exactly the same. But now we would have like let bag. Oh, cool. Create some bag. Oh, nice. Bag.add, and this bag element. Hey, interesting. Add unit. Okay, so this would just add something to a bag, right? So we would just say like bag 5 in this, and then we'd say like bag dot choose. We just get something from the bag, clear the bag, count the bag, create, get all the elements, exists, filter in place, find, fold result is empty. Oh, sweet. Yeah, a bunch of this fold in place. That's exactly what we'd want to do, right? With iterate, fast insert, and fast delete, and no order. Nice. Well, that's basically what we would want. Yeah, that's really cool. What's the game right now? It's this, which is pretty good, honestly. It's me, the Primogen. Oh wait, this isn't where we want to go. Where is Huh. Okay, interesting. What are the best use cases for OCaml? Building a Vampire Survivors clone. Flabron, hey, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Okay, that's really cool though. Okay, so we could instead try and use bags, which is kind of a nice concept. So some of these things would be really fun to try. We won't do them right now. 2D game with physics. I don't really know how much physics it's going to have. "2D game with logic," indeed. Another best use case, build the halls of torment clone. Exactly. Will there be a white paper with this game? No, I hope there's green papers though. Yeah, I heard something like that, Villard. Game, I think it's wise to code in ray tracing. Indeed. What's the thing about OCaml? We used it in college, and nobody knew that language. I like it. That's what it is. Yeah. That's why. I've been shilling it. I don't know. He confirms in a no clip interview. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Shill DV, exactly. So like I kind of imagine we could probably do something like where you would have a module like module mob store, right? And right now you would have something like this, right? Type T. For right now, because then instead we could say that this would be a mob T bag T, right? Like this would be the type that you would expect. Let's just change this to build for a little while. Right, because then we could just do the same exact things that we were doing before, which is like you could do let draw T is, you know, like bag.iter like this, right? Mob, right? No, these, so this has to be interesting. Nice, there we go. Oh, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, you could do this, right? You could say, what? Game is such a cool program, though. So many great games came out of Gameburger. Interesting. So you could do something like where we say we could like filter in place because of something too, right? Where you want to filter in place based on some function. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff we could try and do with this, but this is kind of like the thing that I'm thinking we could sort of explore, having a mob store. Can we put all the mobs in one bag? I don't know. How many mobs are we going to have on the screen at a time? How many ticks can we do, right? Like, I don't even know. I don't even know how this would work. You know what I'm saying? How big can how fast can we go and still get, you know, like 60 FPS? Filter in place, like mutate? Yeah. Well, so for a bunch of these, when you have how many mobs? Yes. When you're doing a game, right? We don't want to just create all the garbage every single tick. If possible, we want to reuse the same garbage every single time. Right? I guess we could do something like this, right? We could say, what would be kind of fun is we have a mob here, right? We can say, let random rect is rectangle create, speed is float dot rand. Do we even have random? That's not a thing, right? Random dot. Whoops. Random float. Float returns between 0. I don't know. 3.0. Rectangle create. Oh, they should all be the same size though, right? We should say that they're all, are they all 20 by 20? Is that what I did before? 40, 40. Oh, we made them like 40, but that's fine. So you could make a random one like this, right? Then we could just say something like, I don't even know how you would. It is OCaml. 30k units I guess is a reason why not. We'll see. How multi-core OCaml differs from Haskell's runtime. Oh, Chris! Oh my goodness, Chris. I'm sorry. It's not Haskell. It's not Haskell, but it do be OCaml. It do be OCaml. I think the main difference, Chris, is you're allowed to use multi-core OCaml to make money. And for Haskell, you can only make the white papers. But like, I'm not 100% sure if that's the only difference or if that's just the primary difference. So we'll have to you have to find something about it to maybe confirm that. I'm not sure though. So sorry to burst the bubble on it, you know. Haskell mentioned, exactly. It's good to see you, Chris, though. So let's just do something like, okay, so instead of doing mobs like this, real talk, are you trying to drum up? Okay, we'll get new devs into it and pad Jane Street's hiring pipeline. I'm not getting paid by Jane Street. I wish I was, but I'm not. I think Jane Street doesn't have a hard time getting people in their hiring pipeline. That's kind of my expectation. That would kind of be my guess. All right, because it's impure. Exactly. So let's just add like a ton of these. This is a pretty good way to do it, I'm pretty sure. We'll just see what it looks like when we have like 200 of them, right? Oh, whoops, one ran into us already. We can't run fast enough. They're running into us. We need to make them slower. Where was the speed that we had for it? All right. Let's do 1.5. Run! But didn't have any problem with that. Don't get they're like the primary OCaml people. In the sense that they have a lot of OCaml written. All right, so let's do this. Let's go. Mobs is ref of this in for I equals 0 to 5,000. I don't know. Do mobs this. I'd say mob T list. Oh, done. Right. Okay, nice. Run! I mean, I don't know if it's drawing all of them or not. It doesn't seem to have any problem with 5,000 of them. Just being on the screen. You know what I mean? I mean, it's checking all of these every FPS, and it seems to be working fine. Do lots of them. Right? We'll try 10,000, I guess. It's still running 60 FPS, doesn't care. We're not even doing anything good yet. We're not even using a bag. We're not even doing anything good yet. I mean, we're not doing like collision checking on all of these or anything. Jarut, Jarut, Jarut. Did we talk about Elixir today? Ryan, I can play you some Marimba before we're done. I mean, look at this. We pretty much already have a working game, dude. Rendering them all can actually be done very inefficiently. Ship it. Yeah, I don't know how to... So let's try doing 1920 by 1080. Nice, there we go. Oh, we got killed. We weren't moving fast enough. What is it? 3840 by 2160. Ah, run! We're still dying. You may suffer if you start colliding all of them. Yeah, that's fine. Let's change it so we shoot more bullets, though. We're gonna shoot more bullets now. Oh! It's literally Vampire Survivors already, chat. Kill them all! If you draw a rectangle, oh yeah, I don't know. You still need them to spawn from all sides. Yeah, right now we're just at the bottom, right? Oh my goodness. I think I'm a pro gamer. Spreading them out effect perf? I don't think so. They're all getting drawn on the screen, like individually. Could this be Half-Life 3? Could this be Half-Life 3? Yeah, let's just try instead of... How much did I do? Did I say this? Let's try 50,000. Okay, so we're down to 30 FPS at 50,000. And then it quickly gets back to 60. I imagine a bunch of this is like... We're using linked list for a bunch of these. So like realistically, this would be a lot faster with an array. Yeah, 50K would be fast, except that I'm doing calculations about all of them every single time. And we're using just a big I think it should still be fast, especially. So I think part of it is I'm creating so much garbage every iteration right now. I'm using Raylib. I have no idea what Raylib uses. What is their AI for attacking the player? Move closer. Just move close. Lol. So we could change to a bag store and see if it works any better, right? So let's do this instead of doing... So where is this? Mobs, right? So mobs is going to be... store. Bags. Mobs here. Add bag T A A bag ELT. Oh, right. We want to say unit. Okay. And then this should be mobs here is like this. Seems like they're slowing down as more die. No, it's getting faster when they die. Oops, keeps calling it mob store. Because then we want to do mob store filter in place. We should really just call this filter in place as well. Oh my goodness. How many times am I going to write the wrong thing here? Reduce mobs match with this. Yeah, this is so much garbage, chat. Like, we should save so many of these things, but that's fine. We'll just do this right now. Bag mob store. And then we'll do this as well. This, I guess, is... Why were we using reduce before? So we want to take this and we want to basically... This is basically just fold, right? Init. I don't know, something like this, right? How would we want to write this, right? This is basically like we want to find... Well, let's really just write this. No, is this how we really want to write this? Bag T init. Oh. The best way to render sprite-based entities is per buffer array with all positions and sprite IDs. You move that buffer to the GPU per frame, then expand the vertex in the shader to do a full quad to draw the sprite, but you can't express that with just the OCaml language. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know what max buy is. I guess we could check and see what else we have in here. Like... Yeah, we don't have that for a bag at least, which is fine. You should only have the center and ack and a knit with a long vector. Oh, okay, that sounds good, Ryan. Yeah, it's Berkeley mono. Because we could just do like mob store. I don't know what I would want to do with this. We want to find the... Oh, dang. Hey, thanks, Ryan. Appreciate it. That's nice of you. Sure, we can just do some, right? And then we can say none here. And we can just say match ack with... Some ac here. We say none mob. Some mob. Mob T. Yeah, so with 50,000, we're still a little bit slow on some of those. Which doesn't, like, that doesn't necessarily, like, I don't know. We definitely still don't quite make it. I mean, I imagine a lot of it is this. I mean, look at how much garbage we're making here, chat. We're making Vampire Survivors. Like, this is not good. Like, this is just not good. You know what I mean? We're making a new rectangle to vector. Okay. So we're going to make like a bunch of these and do a bunch of extra math. We're going to do a bunch of vector distances. We're going to get this one. We're going to get this distance. And then we're going to see, like, we calculate these a bunch, right? That's not good. What is it supposed to be? So instead, one thing we definitely can do is we could say, because then we could do this, right? Whoops, we could say... Let's say we say this, right? We can do this. Oh, I don't know. I'd have to think about that a little bit more, actually. So we're, yeah, it's like once we start killing a few of these, we make it pretty easily. But we're not drawing them fast enough, but that's fine. Right, so maybe 50,000 is too much for us right now. 10,000, we get 60 FPS like right at the start, right? Without even trying to do anything extra. So it's all right. The tabs at the top are tabs inside NeoVim, and these are different terminals. No, it's going to be Vampire Survivors or Halls of Torment. Here, I'll show you quick what the game looks like. We're almost done. I think we're just about done. I think here I can show you guys. So it looks like this. Pretty convinced electricity is the best one in this. Choose this. Do this. We do this. Hands. Choose attack speed. Crits. This. Yeah. I will just pick. So this is like what I want. This is. I mean, like obviously, I recognize we're so far away from this happening. Okay. You can see how this kind of thing is the same idea. Let's just pick like this one or something. Right? It's like we shoot guys that they're coming. We're like almost done with the game. You know what I mean? You pick levels. It's like almost the same if you think about it. Right? We're like pretty close. So I don't know that this game ever puts 50,000. Like, I'm not sure this game puts 50,000 mobs on the screen. Right? Like, there's no way 50,000 of these can fit on the screen at once, right? I just think literally, like, it wouldn't even fit. It's pretty fast it's pretty crazy how fast we solved the problem. This is not an old game. It's pretty new. But it's kind of niche, I guess. Yeah. Oryx Design Lab home. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah, these are cute. We could totally do this. They don't respond at the border. Yeah. I like chat. I know that my game doesn't do everything yet. Like, I'm aware, right? Will the mobs have collision detection? Yeah. They should not be able to run over each other. Right, so like I want to do this kind of thing. Where are you gaming? OCaml. This is not the game, by the way. This is the game that I want to make. Like, I think this game's so much fun. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like then you can have boss mobs. One thing that I really like about the boss mobs in Halls of Torment is that the boss mobs all have kind of like different like little bullet things that they do. Like this one shoots random blobs like this. Some of them don't shoot blobs, they just move really fast. There's like a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, so I just finished. I think we're pretty much done. I'm pretty happy. So like this is kind of the gameplay loop that I want to do, right, chat? Does it make sense? There's no way, like right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Like there's not even 100 mobs on screen right now, right? You know what I mean? I mean, when the game gets later, there's more. Are you going to do the part about the mobs chasing you? I already have the mobs chasing me. In my game. Like in my game, they already chase me. Look. They already chase me. You just have them look for you. Yeah, well, 500 to 1,000 is a lot different than 50,000. Right? That's what I'm saying, right? Like, I tried 10,000 right now, and it's still 60 FPS, right? So it's like we definitely like. I mean, we're not doing very much yet right now. I'm just saying like we could at least put 10,000 things on the screen and calculate enough stuff, and do that all within one tick. Like you can do a lot of tricks to make this better too. Like you only update, 20,000 of them. Or you only update like a percentage of them each tick or things like that, right? The size of the sprites also affects performance a lot. Does it? Like that they're bigger or smaller or what? Big sprites are more expensive than small sprites. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. The more detail that you're going to put in. This part's okay, well, yeah. Compute time is linear to pixel count. I mean, that's only for sprites that have complicated these have complicated geometry, right? So it's like, and these have animations and a bunch of other stuff, right? So I mean, of course I recognize that this looks a lot different. Right. But like I think a bunch of this stuff we could probably do. So then, right, you can get different ones. So like now I get lightning strikes. There's all different types of things, right? Pick up the experience, get levels. This kind of stuff. Yes, right. I mean, there's a reason that these are somewhat lower, like lower texture count or whatever you'd say, low poly. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, but we like, so that's good. Like I want to go for this look. This is the kind of look that I'd want to do. I'm not interested in making a AAA game version of this. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to. But like so far, like, so for most of the game, you just don't have that many. The art of the game is so good. They did such a good job with everything about this game. It's really good. There's actually like a lot of like intricacy in this game that's really fun. But anyways, that's fine. Okay, I gotta be done. Been 2 hours. I gotta go. But this is actually very promising. I mean, look, like you guys can see how this is like we're kind of getting close to some of the same ideas. You know what I mean? Like, just like we could start experimenting with fun ideas. You know what I mean? Making different kind of enemies, start exploring. Maybe we want to try entity component systems. Maybe we want to try, I don't know. I'm down to try a bunch of different stuff. The other game is also single player. Wait. It's not a weapon. It's just literally a pointer right now, Crux. Yeah. It's just, we find the closest one here. I just did it to show that we could do that. So if we take that out, you see the red line's gone. It doesn't do anything. Right. We put it back in. There we go. We're in. We're using a library. We're just using raylib. So like here's something, for example, you could do. You could say mutable pierce int, right? And then when we go to update, where do we do the collision for this? Collision rex, right? So it's like, okay, so we want to filter in place. So then we would do something like match this with some bullet, bullet dot collide. It doesn't really matter, right? True. False. We don't have this yet. We say like let collide t is t dot pierce -1, something like this, right? She can be in here, buddy. It's okay. I'm almost done. Okay, I'll be done soon. So then we could do this, right? So then we could say that bullets only have, by default, when we make pierce, that they have pierce like equals 5, right? And so then when we update them, or, say or, t dot pierce less than or equals 0. Shouldn't this just find the first bullet? Oh, false and true. Nice. So like, see, now the bullets they only kill 5. They only kill 5 at a time. It's gonna take forever to kill 10,000 of them, right? Right, so that we could change it to 50, right? And now it chunks them a bit more. Now we'll shoot a lot more bullets. It's Raylib, Jersey. You know, like, we're on our way. You know what I'm saying? We're on our way. Are these just like a bunch of little points or massive mobs? They're just a lot of mobs. If we make them like 1.0 and 1.0 and we create them over here and then we say float XY. Oh, we could do random float 300. I don't know, something like this. Oh, one of them's gonna bow. One of them, they're gonna be right on top of me right now. Let's do like 100 plus this. I think we just immediately got killed. Oh, there you go. So now you can see it like that there's actually just tons of little sprites, right? Or not really sprites, they're just rectangles right now. What up, hero? Yeah, look at this. We're making our, you know, Vampire Survivors or Halls of Torment. We're making our own. We're making our own little. We're our own little game here. Some of these are too far away. The problem is we gave them remaining ticks remaining. We can say that they can have 1,000 ticks remaining. They'll last a long time now. If they don't get killed. This is Call of Duty Warzone 3. This is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 7. Guys, should I do the sound effects for this game? Maybe I should do them all. I can do the sound effects for each of them just by voice. I do think that has a lot of possibility. It has a lot of possibilities. I could play the theme song on my marimba. Oh, dude, that would be pretty hype. Shuk, shuk, shuk. Gzz. Like that could be the laser. Like when we make the laser. Gzz, gzz. I think we're onto something here.